Where is your team landing this week on the power rankings? There's a new top team this week. The Carolina Hurricanes moved from number 2 to number 1. They've started the season off 5-0, a plus 12 goal differential in the 5 games. Tonight they play the Golden Knights, and they're finishing up a West Coast road trip. They'll play 2 more games on the road against Colorado and Dallas. This is a great formula for a team that aspires to have the Stanley Cup at their hands at the end of the season. Bonding together on the road this early and winning games, I'm sure that locker room is feeling good right now to start the season. As well as the Colorado Avalanche. They move from number 3 to number 2. The New Jersey Devils, for me, move way up. They now sit at number 3 this week. Luke Hughes has 4 assists in 5 games. They beat Tampa Bay, Florida, Edmonton. They're playing winning hockey when their number 1 goaltender is down, and that's important for them. At number 4, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs, a team who, again, aspires to have the Stanley Cup at the end of the season. They have high standards, right? So when they lose against the Seattle Kraken on Saturday, and Anthony Stolarz makes a comment, so that'll be something to keep an eye on. At number 5, the Vegas Golden Knights. Jack Eichel leads the whole NHL with 15 points. Mark Stone got injured against the Calgary Flames. We'll see if we have an update on him in the next couple of days. At number 6, the Winnipeg Jets. Last week, they were number 16. They lost their first game of the season. They've won their last 4. Play the Calgary Flames tonight. Could be 5 in a row. Mark Scheifele carrying them. 6 goals, 3 assists in the 5 games. And he is also now the franchise leader in points. Number 7. This is one of the biggest moves. From 23 to number 7 this week, the Detroit Red Wings. After losing the first game of the season, they've won their last 5. All led by their captain, Dylan Larkin, who now has 11 points, and rookie Emmett Finney, who has got 2 goals and 3 assists to lead all rookies in scoring. The Detroit Red Wings are a fun team if they can get that solid goaltending. John Gibson looked really good against the Tampa Bay Lightning. If they can get that kind of goaltending, I like the Red Wings. I had them missing the playoffs. They could make the playoffs. At number 8, another Atlantic Division team that I'm so high on right now, the Montreal Canadiens. They move up 1 spot, even though they lost to the Rangers in regulation the other night. I still think they're a very solid team. They're now 4-2-0 to start the year. Their next game is tonight against the Buffalo Sabres. Cole Caulfield, man, that guy is so good. He is so good. Last week, the Stars were number 7. They now move to number 10. Edmonton was 5. They moved to 12. Florida was 1. They moved to 11. Right now, out of the 4 teams to go to the conference finals last year, my best bet to take would be the Carolina Hurricanes. At number 10, let's dive into the Dallas Stars. They need to find consistency under their new head coach. They're going to have to go through some adjustments. They've lost their last 2 games now. The Edmonton Oilers have usually started the season off slower than other teams, especially with their top guys starting off slower. Connor McDavid only 7 points. Leon Draisaitl only 6 points. I still have them around the top 15 because of who they are and their reputation, and the same case kind of goes for the Florida Panthers. Florida Panthers have been banged up now since the start of the season. They're not going to be healthy. It's going to be very tough to maintain that level of winning that they're so used to over the last 2 seasons, especially with Detroit coming on, Montreal coming on. Even though Boston slowed down over the last 5 days, they're still a good team. At number 13, the Vancouver Canucks, man, this team is winning hockey games. I did not expect them to be as good as they are coming into the season, but they're showing that they're pretty deeper than other teams are giving them credit for. Kiefer Sherwood, to me, has just been really good for them. They've played a jam schedule. 3 games in 4 nights. They've won all 3 games. 2 of them were from 2-goal comebacks. Unfortunately, Filipino and Jonathan Lecker-Mackey were placed on IR this morning, so after last night's game against Washington, it's unfortunate. But at number 14, the Penguins started hot. They're 4-2-0. They've won 2 out of 3 games on the West Coast. Their leading scorers of Evgeny Malkin. Let's see if the Penguins can stay in the top 15. I think their start is exactly what they needed if they want to make the playoffs, but we'll see if they can sustain this long-term success. At number 15, the Columbus Blue Jackets. Yeah, so they're going from 12 to 15. They lost 2 out of their last 3, but their last game was a win against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Their next game will be against the Dallas Stars, so that's a big game for them. The Boston Bruins, yeah, they probably could be a little bit higher, as well as Seattle, but to be honest with you, it's very early in the season. I'm going to try to do these every week, so we'll see what happens next week. The Seattle Kraken last week were number 8. This week they're 17. Yeah, they can be higher too. They have 0 regulation losses. It's early season for you. They probably should deserve to be in the top 15 right now. An overtime win against the Maple Leafs. They're trending in such a good direction. If they have a big week this week, yeah, they'll most likely see themselves back in the top 10 next week. Chicago, number 18, they were 31 last week. They've played a little bit better hockey for me, and there's just been other teams that have not played good. That's why the jump for them. Minnesota at 19 and the New York Rangers at 20. They play each other tonight. Both teams looking to play better. The New York Rangers have still not scored a goal at home, so look for that tonight. The Blues at 21, the Flyers at 22, the Mammoth at 23, the Predators at 24, and the Ducks at 25. All those teams, I mean, they're not bottom feeders at the moment, but they're not really showing me anything that can maybe make them a top 20 team even at the moment. Let's go to the bottom now. Let's go to San Jose at 32. They haven't won a single game this season. They have 2 points, and they're from overtime and shootout losses. At number 31, the Calgary Flames. I don't think they're as bad as they've been playing, but yeah, I mean, not good hockey, so that's why they're at 31. At number 30, the Sabres. I mean, with a couple more better games over the last week, Zach Benson being back really helps for them. They move from the bottom of the barrel to now number 30. The LA Kings, I think they're free-falling fast. For me, they're just not defending well. Overall, they look pretty slow. Kept up with Carolina Hurricanes the other night, right, which is a fast team, plays hard. They lost. They got a point in that game. But, yeah, for me, sitting at 29 is a comfortable spot. At number 28, the New York Islanders. Playing better than most people expected, especially with their younger guys. Rookie Matthew Schaefer Lee is tied with Emmett Finney for 5 points to lead rookies. So, the Tampa Bay Lightning, I think they're falling a little bit. Similar situation with the LA Kings. The Kucherov situation, yeah, I mean, he's out. I mean, they struggle to score when he's out. So it's just currently not a great situation for the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're sitting last place in the East. The only reason why they're above the Islanders and Sabres is because I know for a fact the Sabres and Islanders just don't have Stanley Cup aspirations this season. The Tampa Bay Lightning do. And then sitting at 26, the Ottawa Senators, yeah. I mean, losing 8-4 to the Buffalo Sabres, I mean, it's early season, right? This is why that these games are played so early, and you get these kind of injury games out of the way. Brady Tkachuk is missing some time. They're trying to find scoring from other areas. Shane Pinto leads the NHL in scoring with 7 goals. To me, the Ottawa Senators really need to start winning games in the regular season, and big ones too, because every other team above them in the Atlantic Division, I have better than them right now. Maybe not Buffalo, but every other team, yeah, I've definitely got better than them. Here is a look at the current standings in the NHL as of October 20th. The Detroit Red Wings, I mean, they're the top team in the East, right? They're tied with the Carolina Hurricanes with 10 points. The Detroit Red Wings, how about that? Good for them. No, I mean, they deserve it. They've started off really well. Over in the Central Division, the Colorado Avalanche are obviously off to that really, really strong start. Vegas Golden Knights leading the Pacific Division. Jack Eichel, like I mentioned earlier, leading the whole NHL with 15 points. Shane Pinto with 7 goals. The best goaltender in the NHL right now is absolutely Igor Shesterkin. As a unbiased Rangers fan, he's really been the reason why the New York Rangers have even had a couple of wins. He's been the Vezina Trophy winner, leading front runner for me so far, and is leading with the .962 save percentage as well. The Utah Mammoth have named the mascot. They've introduced Tusky. I love mascots. As a Rangers fan, obviously, I don't get to experience a mascot, and as a Yankees fan also. So I like mascots. They give me joy. All right, there's your milestone tracker. We've had a couple close calls. I mean, Ovechkin's still stuck on 898, so Kucherov's still stuck on 997 points. So we'll see when that happens. David Pastrnak is 7 goals away from 400. I think that's something to keep an eye on. Most likely, he might hit 500 goals maybe within the next 3 seasons, David Pastrnak. So keep an eye out on that. This is your whole schedule for the week. Like I mentioned earlier, Mark Scheifele, franchise leader in points with the Jets. I appreciate every single one of you guys watching. Feedback last week for the power rankings was awesome. I hope it's just as good this week. Please leave a like if you guys did enjoy the video. Let me know what you guys want to see on the channel. Where is your team landing this week on the power rankings? Let me know where I put your favorite team, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.